LeBron James is uncertain if he'll be with the team in the 23-24 season when it starts in the fall, and retirement is under consideration. Also, in Laker news this week, our own Jovan Buha reports that the Lakers have had internal discussions on the possibility of acquiring Trae Young. So, Jay King, I pose this question to you. Which of these two scenarios is most likely?
I'm gonna go retirement. I'm
Okay.
gonna go retirement.
Yeah,
Because
let's go.
what are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
trading for Trae Young? What are they trading for Trae Young? Like Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura in a couple seconds? Like what?
Oh,
What do they have to offer for Trae Young?
Scottie Pippen
The
Jr.
Scottie
so
Pippen Jr.
it's funny how everybody heard LeBron, arguably the greatest player ever, say that he might retire, and nobody even reacted to it. Everyone's just kind of like, nah, that's not
Everybody's
gonna
like,
happen.
Yeah, right, man.
FOH LeBron.
Like when he goes out, he's going out like Kobe Bryant. He's going out like Coach K, where he has just a year of everyone giving him gifts. He has a
Oh,
year of him posing for
100%.
pictures, doing 30
Yes.
minute press conferences after his last game everywhere. That's how everyone expects him to go out. That said, I will say he sometimes had to take a backseat to Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell and sometimes even Lonnie Walker in the playoffs. And for a guy that great, who's used to having everything run through him, who's used to being by far the best player on the court, facing the fact that you have to adjust and become a different type of player, although obviously he's still capable of greatness. He had 31 points in the first half of game 4, but he just can't do it all the time like that. And so for me, even though everyone else is discarding the retirement talk, I would kind of understand if LeBron looks at it and looks at the way everything evolved for him and for the Lakers this year and is like, you know what? I don't want to reach the point where I'm secondary to Austin Reaves. I get it. I get it. And he's not really second. Like he's better than Austin Reaves.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
more
yeah.
important than Austin Reaves. But
Sure.
sometimes he would take a back seat for him. So there's like a small part of me that wonders whether he would actually retire.
There's not a small part of me that thinks he's going to retire. The man has said 100 times that he wants to play with his son in the NBA. Bronny, last time I checked, he still has 2 more years before he can comes in the NBA. So I don't think LeBron's going anywhere. I think we all the funny thing is we've been around LeBron so much and we've gone through the offseason LeBron process so many times that we know the beats already of how it goes, that he's going to throw something out there in the press conference to get us talking about him rather than the team that beat him going into the offseason. We know he's going to use his leverage to force his team to make some additions. And so that's why I'm leaning more Trae Young. Because I think we know what LeBron does in the offseason is that he says he's not involved, but he's behind the scenes telling Rob Pelinka, hey, we need to do this to make this team better. And we saw what happened with D'Angelo Russell. And that team needs a new starting point guard. I would be shocked if D'Angelo Russell is back with them next season. So they're going to need a new starting point guard, and they're not going to just go bargain basement shopping for a point guard. They're going to go after Kyrie Irving, Trae Young, one of those guys. And I joked with y'all before the podcast if the Hawks called asking for Austin Reaves, if I'm the Lakers, I'm asking for a first round pick for in a Trae Young trade because Austin Reaves played that well during the playoffs. But I think we got to also mention that Trae Young got some clutch ties there. So anytime there's a clutch guy that becomes available, the Lakers are always going to be tied in. So there's that as well. And I think, LeBron is going to use his leverage to go try to get somebody this offseason. And maybe Trae Young's the guy, maybe Kyrie's the guy, but they're going to try to make a big move because, they felt like they were close this season, much closer than they thought they were going to be. And he's going to want to try to make a big move. Trae Young, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not the guy that's going to put them over the hump to beat the Denver Nuggets. I don't think he's that guy, but we know LeBron, he loves big moves. And I think the Lakers are going to be a team looking to make some big moves this offseason.